There's a moment in every person's life when things go quiet. Not the kind of quiet you hear in an empty room, but the kind of quiet that roars from the inside. When motivation dies out. When the hype fades. When the excitement that once carried you disappears. And in that silence, there's a question. One that will define everything that follows. Will you keep going? Or will you disappear too? Most people stop. And not because they're weak. Not because they don't have dreams. But because they never learned how to keep going when it stops being exciting. You see, the world will sell you the illusion that you need to be constantly inspired. That if you don't feel passion today, you're not meant to do it. That if it doesn't come easy, it's not for you. But the truth is, you don't need constant passion. You need something far more powerful. You need consistency. Relentless, quiet, invisible consistency. The kind that doesn't post about it. The kind that doesn't brag. The kind that shows up even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Because that's when it matters most. When everyone else is sleeping. When the gym is empty. When the sun isn't even up yet. And there you are, putting in the reps. Not because you have to, but because that's who you are now. This is what no one tells you. The difference between people who succeed and people who stay average. It's not talent. It's not intelligence. It's not even luck. It's consistency. They did the thing. Every single day. Even when no one noticed. Even when it felt like it wasn't working. Even when it was slow, painful, boring. They showed up. While the world was distracted, they were building. While others chased dopamine, they chased discipline. While others wanted results, they wanted transformation. And transformation doesn't come from bursts. It comes from bricks. One laid, then another, and another. Until one day you look up and realize, you built a wall no one can tear down. But it won't be exciting. It won't always feel magical. And that's the trick. Most people only work when it feels good. When they're hyped. When the mood is right. But champions work anyway. They do it even when it feels wrong. Because they've learned to honor the promise, not the feeling. You have to make a choice. Are you here for the highs? Or are you here for the result? Do you want to feel good? Or do you want to be great? Because if you want to be great, you're going to have to fall in love with the monotony. Fall in love with the early mornings. Fall in love with the lonely nights. Fall in love with the process so much that the outcome becomes inevitable. You don't rise when you feel good. You rise when you stay consistent. Think about this. No one is watching when you hit snooze. No one claps when you choose water instead of soda. No one cheers when you open the book instead of the app. But every one of those moments is a vote. A vote for who you're becoming. A vote for the version of you that shows up and keeps showing up. And if you keep stacking votes, one day you become that person. You become the kind of person who doesn't skip workouts. The kind of person who eats clean by default. The kind of person who learns, improves, pushes forward, no matter what. Not because you're motivated, but because it's simply who you are. And that shift from trying to being. That's when the game changes. That's when everything accelerates. Because now you're not chasing discipline. You are discipline. The world won't notice right away. They might laugh at your habits. They might not understand why you say no so often. Why you don't party. Why you wake up early. Why you read when others scroll. Why you train when they rest. But eventually, they'll notice. They'll start to ask. They'll wonder what changed. And you'll look them in the eyes and say, I just didn't stop. It's not flashy. It's not exciting. But it's powerful. Because the truth is, the strongest force in your life is not motivation. It's momentum. You want confidence. Don't read about it. Build it. Do the things you said you'd do. Keep the promises you made to yourself. Confidence isn't found. It's earned, one small action at a time. And consistency is how you earn it. You'll be tested. You'll have days where you want to give up, where everything in your body screams for comfort. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. Comfort will keep you average. Comfort will seduce you into staying the same. And if you want to become someone different, you have to do something different. You have to become the kind of person who pushes when it's hard, who endures when it's heavy, who continues when it's inconvenient. That's who changes. That's who transforms. That's who wins. Not the loudest. Not the flashiest. The most consistent. The person who quietly shows up every day. With no need for applause. No need for recognition. No need for immediate reward. Just a vision. A commitment. And the willingness to do the work. Every single time you act when you don't feel like it, you are teaching your mind, I am in control. Every time you delay gratification, you are programming your future for success. And every time you endure boredom, fatigue, doubt, and you keep moving, you become more unshakable. So many people spend their lives starting over. They start strong. They quit. They start again. They quit again. And they repeat the loop endlessly. But what if you just didn't stop this time? What if you gave yourself 6 months of complete focus? No excuses. No half efforts. No fallback plans. Just one mission. Show up every single day. Where would you be? What could your body look like? How would your mindset evolve? How sharp could your skills become? How unstoppable would your spirit feel? All of it is waiting for you on the other side of consistency. You're not stuck. You're just not consistent enough. It's not about working harder once. It's about working steadily, daily, even when it's hard. The people you admire, they're not magical. They're just masters of repetition. They've become lethal at the basics. And they execute without fail. You want change? Be consistent with your workouts. Be consistent with your thoughts. Be consistent with your diet. Be consistent with your time. Be consistent with your learning. Be consistent with your effort. And watch. Watch how fast the universe responds. Watch how the compound effect kicks in. Watch how your body changes. How your mind sharpens. How your life evolves. This isn't about being perfect. You will miss. You will fail. But you do not quit. You don't throw it all away because of one off day. You reset. You refocus. You realign. And you return. Again and again and again. That's the muscle you're building. The comeback muscle. The endurance muscle. The never stay down muscle. And when that muscle is strong, you can't be stopped. Consistency isn't just a habit. It's a mindset. A lifestyle. A code. So write it on your heart. Burn it into your daily rhythm. Tattoo it on your future. I show up. I stay consistent. I don't quit. Because in the end, you won't remember the days that felt easy. You'll remember the days you wanted to quit, but didn't. You'll remember the early mornings, the cold showers, the quiet nights grinding. You'll remember the fight. And more importantly, you'll become someone you never thought possible. So now, here's the only question that matters. Will you keep showing up when it's no longer exciting? Will you choose consistency when comfort calls your name? Will you give yourself the gift of discipline? The gift of transformation? The gift of becoming unstoppable? Because no one else can give it to you. It's yours to earn. Yours to choose. Yours to live. So go now. Go do the work. Go stack the bricks. Go build the legacy. Day by day. Hour by hour. Moment by moment. And remember, You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent.